Hello, this is Godel. Welcome back to the Hub Puzzle series, and I did actually log in right here, right next to this logic grid, so in the Lucian Water, so let's, like, do it. So, today, I'm probably not gonna do the same format I did yesterday, but I will keep that format in mind, and I will probably do that every now and then. It's more of like a function of whether I have the available time or not in the given day. Anyways, there's that logic grid done without me saying a single word about it. Cool. Let's see what we have available today in the good old Lucian waters. Oh, 17 logic grids. That is a lot. We're gonna wanna go looking around for those. Two sightseers as well. That's good stuff. Two hidden rings. There's only 12 hidden rings left in total. There's only two match threes left. Alright, so we got our work cut out for us. We are looking for hidden rings. Logic grids especially. 17 logic grids is huge. Technically 18, but we already did one of them, right? So, and then the sightseers are also something we want to keep on our radar. Sightseers, as you may or may not know, they actually, like logic grids, have a set place they can spawn, but it's kind of like random where they spawn, so one cannot simply look up the location of where they spawn. Alright, there's a lot of stuff happening here. Geez. Let's do... C looks like it needs to go back here. So that's the C. And then we probably want to close that off. A is going to come around... Let's see, we want A to come around here and sandwich the C from the D. And let's do this. Whoops. We've made a mistake somewhere. Let's see, where would be a mistake here? So this is probably valid, but our mistake is... That light tile was not tied to anything, and I was, like, a little overzealous in filling it in. Alright, here's another grid. As long as I keep finding grids, I'm not going to cut the footage too much, but if it starts to take too long going between these grids, then I will go back to just showing you as I find them. Okay. So far, so good on this puzzle. It's just a pretty straightforward one. Let's stuff this 5 back here in the corner. This 2 doesn't look good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. That looks better now. Because this 7 is going to be, like, kind of all over the place, I'm gonna imagine here. So let's stick the 4 over here. Let's make the 7 go... I feel like that's also wrong. No, that's correct, okay. It just did not look right. I'm getting to the point where I can, tell if a puzzle looks right without actually solving it. Oh, we just got a Wanderer's quest, and in fact, I'm gonna go pick up the quest from up here. Let's see, movement puzzles are kind of tough. Cubic puzzles stacks really well with, puzzle boxes. Ooh, 50 puzzles is also a good one. But tell you what, we'll come back and get that one after we finish either the Wanderer's quest or the Luminous quest. Let's head back. We did, like, kind of just leave a logic grid over there, just kind of hanging in the wind by itself. I don't think that's how that expression goes. Okie dokie. Let's see. Here's one. Alright, connect all dark cells, and light areas have... Yep, I said it, didn't I? Light regions have Area 5. It's like just inevitable at this point. Connect, connect. Whoops. Is this all we're doing here? Because if so, I can just do a pentomino here, and then make sure this doesn't get closed in. Since the dark tiles did not have any extra constraints, I was just kind of able to finish it off over there. Alright. Anyone in the tunnel today? Nope, no one in the tunnel. Alright, we're back up here to this 2-pipper that we left. Oh, what is this weird glow that's happening? Good. Oh, gosh. It's like the sunlight is lighting up the puzzle. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to deal with the glow, I guess. So let's see. C has to go to C. B has to go to B. And then A has to go to A. And then D has to go to D. So this looks like we can just do this. Looked more complicated than it really was. Okay. Do want to be looking around for our hidden rings as well. I will be, since I have so few of them, I will, like, be recruiting the help of save stats to help locate them if, there are some available, but we have not really yet finished looking around, so I'm going to finish looking around first, and then I will take a look at it. Like, I know there's some over here that could spawn, but I'm not really seeing it right now, and it's only 2 out of 12, so it's not like there's a 1 out of 6 chance that one of the ones that spawned is right there. So not terribly likely. Alright, let's just keep looking around for logic grids. Here's one. Let's see. Do not make any light elbow macaronis. Okay. But light can be as long as it needs to be. I feel like this is gonna end up being some weird diagonal zigzag kind of pattern where we're going back and forth. Let's see here. Like, this has to go through here. What do we need to do here? If we put a light here, we'd have to put a dark there, but that would isolate it. So that's dark light. This is illegal for the light pieces. Okay, this has to come through here. Whoops, misclick. Okay, dark there, light here, dark here. Dark. Dark. Light, dark. Dark. Oh man, this pattern is very easy to mess up, I feel like. There we go. How many pips was that? 3 pips? Okay. 3 pips, I accept. If it was like a 2-pip puzzle, I would have been like, what the heck? Very rude 2-pip puzzle to be so... well, you saw how it was. Alright. How many more grids do we have? 9 left, which is still kind of a lot, and we don't really have a whole lot of area to keep searching over here, so I might be missing a good number of them. We'll just have to wait and see for what I have remaining. Here's a matchbox kind of on the edge over here. I do like to clean up the edges of the Autumn Falls whenever I am passing by this area if I see anything over here, because that just makes it that much less stuff to look at. What the heck is this thing doing here? Okay, well, we've gotten ourselves into an adventure now. Connect all light and dark. Well, we can start with this. Whoops. This. And we need to avoid squares. Okay, this is gonna be pretty tricky, isn't it? So that has to be dark, because if this is light, that would have to be dark, but that would make a checkerboard. So this is dark, dark, light, light. This is light. Let's see, is there anywhere else that kind of forces a weird checkerboard if I... So if I put dark here, there has to be a light here, which would make a dark here, which would close this area in. So this one has to be light. Don't feel like I made much progress with that. Let's see. Light, if we do light, there's dark here, then there has to be dark, light, dark. Light, I mean. Dark here isolates everything. So this dark probably comes in like this. Yeah, that's just problematic in general. Okay. Let's undo. I think I messed up when I went here. So this dark probably doesn't come in. I'm gonna guess the dark actually kind of goes in and does a little trip like this to get in here. Ooh, but this one can't be dark, or this one can't be light, actually. So when this one is light, it forces these to be light, which forces this to be dark. So we have this problem here. So we're going to be dark here, dark here, dark, dark, light, light, light. Light is escaping out of that area. We need dark there, and then light here. Alright. That was an Autumn Falls puzzle box, so not even what we were looking for. But it did finish our, Wonders quest, so... I'm just gonna finish taking a stroll by this area. I'm gonna guess this matchbox is gonna be, like, up here. Yeah, there it is. Or, wait. Oh, there's another matchbox, dang it. No, I need to get that one as well. There's a red wind. There's a green wind. Let's go turn in our daily quest. Do we want to finish the cubic puzzles too? You know what? Let's finish cubic puzzles and then we'll turn in daily quest. So we don't have to make multiple trips up there. I mean, we don't have to begin with, but... Okay. I think a hidden ring can spawn over in this river somewhere. There is a one pipper here. Let's do this. Dark, dark, light, dark. Oops. Alright, let's finish that one, and then here we want to do that. Okay. Kind of a tough one pipper, if I'm being totally honest. Alright, let's look around in the pond area. Oh, hey, here's one of our hidden rings. Nice. Very hard to spot. Connect all dark cells, connect all light cells. Okay, this is interesting. So, we have dark on this wall over here, and we have light on this wall, so... we actually need to go like this. And then this needs to wrap around like that. Very cool. I like that one. Connect all light and dark again. We have a light cell up here, so we can go ahead and do that move. avoiding squares as well. Okay. Where do we need to get this light cell out of here from? I don't think there's any reason for there to be any light cells on this part of the puzzle in general. So let's just fill it in up to there. We're gonna need to get into here for those dark cells. Now this light cell needs to escape. And we are gonna do this and then that. Okay. Just looking around for things, stuff and things to look for. Alright, well, we're kind of back where we started our search. We did find a good amount of puzzles, like, the whole way around, so we weren't just, like, searching without finding anything. Do we have any hidden rings over in these trees? I believe there can be some that I need over here. Or in the water, I guess. Alright, that's really cool. We found both of our hidden rings today. Still 2 sightseers. We did not find either of them. How many sightseers total are there? There's only 3, so we should definitely try to find those. And then 6 logic grids. So, I'm gonna run up the middle of this area, and then once, I get up here, finish this 5-pip logic grid we see over there in the distance, I'm actually gonna go ahead and cut, and then do a bit of, searching off camera, and then I will cut back once I have found what we are looking for. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff happening here. So there's an A. Whoops, that's not how that goes. We don't know how many tiles this 9 takes, so it could either go this way or this way. It's going to be determined by what this goes here. So we're at 5 plus 3, so we're at 8 so far. So we know this needs to go at least one more tile. Now, it could take both of these, and it could take none of them. So we'll need to see what it's actually required of it. This 2... This 2 could go either way here. Could also go the other way. And I guess what I'm saying there is we have no idea what that 2 is doing. Okay, so there's our C connected, but that's not necessarily what it's doing with its life. So I guess I'm just gonna draw this path out slowly, one tile at a time. So this is A. B needs to come here. Needs to avoid touching that. Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff done. A does need to come over here. Needs to avoid C. I think we're just gonna do this, then this. Uh-oh. I should have seen that coming. Did I make a mistake somewhere? No. I think, though, we can stuff the 4 down here. Okay. There we go. And now the 9 takes both of those. Alright, that was pretty tough. I guess I should have known the 9 takes both of those, because if the 9 needed to take only one of them, it would have been ambiguous as to which one. So, good old ambiguity solution there. This is a, how fast can you not click the wrong button type of puzzle. Let's go. Okay. Gonna go here, then here. Good stuff. Okay. How many logic grids does that leave us with? Leaves us with 4. Still kind of a lot, but we've done so much progress, I'm pretty satisfied leaving it at that. if we weren't going to search for sightseers. So I'm going to be right back and search for sightseers for a bit. See ya in a minute after this puzzle. Yeah, I know, I know. We're going to have a diagonal here to this A. This B is going to be a diagonal. Now we know what kind of diagonal the A is. That does that. This does this. This does this. And this does this. Was that a weird way to solve that puzzle? I don't know. You tell me. Anyways, be right back as I look for a sightseer, unless I see one again. Nope. Okay, I'm cutting. Never mind, uncutting. There was a puzzle right in front of my face. Alright, so we have a... what's this called? Underclued. No light cells, and connect all dark cells. So there's a 2x1 here. That means there can be a 2x1. We have to block here on both sides of this. So that means we know at least for sure the puzzle comes out like this. Connect all dark cells means we cannot put a light cell here because that'll block in things that are going to turn dark in there. So this has to remain dark. What else does it mean? This choke point has to be dark. This now has to come out at least to there. But once again, cannot come up. Okay, so this 4 can go both ways. This 2 could go... anyway? I'm not really sure what the 2 is doing for us. Let's see, we're not at risk of making any 2x2s anywhere. Connect all dark cells. Well, there's going to be a dark cell up here or here no matter what. So we can go like that. There's going to be one here no matter what. And there's going to be one here or here no matter what. Okay. That actually lets us finish the 4 and lets us do that connection. Now what? Good question. So we know there's a dark cell in here, but the other one could be light. There's a dark cell in here, but the other one could be light. What am I missing here? Ooh, slightly stumped. Oh, this one has to be light because... No, this one has to be dark because if this was light, these would all be light, and that would make a 2x2, so... There we go. Alright. I liked Underclude. I liked that Underclude puzzle. I really like Undercludes. They're a very interesting type of puzzle, in my opinion. Okay. So, I'm gonna, like, spend 5 seconds before I cut this time, just in case I see another puzzle. Yeah, see? That would have been a mistake to cut. Huh. Alright, we are looking at the most expensive shower ever taken by anyone. We are down here, I think. Yeah, here we go. They should really install either those flow restrictors or, like, just turn off the water when they get out of the shower. Like, you shouldn't, like, you know, get out of the shower and then leave your water running. I'm just saying. I don't think it really matters where you live either. That should be a pretty global rule for you to follow. Just handy advice to live by, I guess. Alright. So, finding the sightseers is not all that straightforward. We actually have to find them because even if we know where the sightseers are located via save stats, we don't know where the actual sightseer, like the actual puzzle itself, spawns. So we have to find the puzzle itself spawns. I could still take a look at save stats just to see what it looks like. So I will do that one moment. Okay, so Both of the sightseers we need actually are over here near Area Insight. So let's go take a look over there, and let's look very closely to make sure we don't miss. Make sure we don't miss it. So it could be close to... Yeah, it was right here. Wow, okay. We found it. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, and we are not really in the correct place for this. Do we want to be up on the wall? I think we want to be up on the wall, up here. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, why did we have to fall? Come on. Alright, let's line it up here. Nope. Do we need to crouch or something? What is going on? Step further back? I do not understand where I'm supposed to be standing for the sightseer. So it is, like, up here on this ledge, but... struggling to line this up here. What am I looking at here? Am I looking at bricks or rocks? Because this is like not lined up correctly at all. Is there somewhere else to stand? Is it like here on this ledge? Oh, yep. There we go. That was very weird. Okay. How many puzzle grids are left here? 2 puzzle grids left. I think I'm pretty satisfied. We did like 15 or 16? 17, I think? So, I'm gonna do a quick off-camera skim of the area one more time, and then we're gonna go somewhere else. So, be right back. Actually, as I'm doing this, I didn't realize that our endeavors in this area actually took most of the day, but, I mean, I'm glad I wasn't spending most of the time running around looking for stuff. But yeah, got a lot of progress in the Lucent Waters today. We are getting very close to being done with Lucent Waters. I'm just gonna go ahead and segue this into the Autumn Falls as we walk towards the congruence clusters. Let's do a quick music grid. We need to use our foresights somewhere after all. You can tell where I just like gave up. I'm like, okay. Okay, Mr. Puzzle, you the boss. Well, let's see if we can't do the sightseer on the way to congruence. That looks like it's up here. Looking at this temple. It's going to be really interesting once I start doing a different area, kind of as like my primary, here's what we're focusing on area, because Lucent Waters, like I was doing that for a very long time on my own before I started recording anything. So, like, I was already very familiar with it. So it's going to be interesting to see, have a documented footage of me learning another area. But for now, I'm like, you've seen me looking around this area. I'm like, oh no, which tree is this? Alright, congruence, do you have something for us? We do. We have 2. Yes. Very nice. They're kind of easy ones, but, no matter. They will still be fun. Alright, so we have kind of some puzzles here. We need to figure out what's going to be what. So this guy is going to be a T or an L piece. This one's going to be a T or an S. This one's an L or a T. So this one is L... Wait, this one's L or T or S. Okay, so this one has to be a square, because none of them can be a square, and none of them can be a line. So our square situation is solved. So this is TL, TS, and this one is T or L or S. I think we want to do S. Wait, hold on. Wait, oh, hold on. I'm doing this puzzle wrong. I was solving all dark areas don't have the same shape and size. This is all of them do have the same shape and size. Okay then. Well, they're all T then. Good one. Man, I'm dumb. Okay, no two light areas have the same shape and size. No two light areas have the same shape and size? Oh, okay, I was, like, confused. Like, how are we gonna do that? So we have a 2. We cannot have another 2 here, so... We can still have a 1. We haven't blocked in a 1 anywhere, but we can't have a 2 here, so we now have an L piece. And then we can have an elbow macaroni over here, and then we can have a bowl? I don't know. I don't know what to call these shapes. I'm sorry. Alright, cool. That actually finished both of our daily quests as well. I don't actually see where we finished that. 6, 3, and 5. Whoops, I can count. A puzzle in counting, which I failed. Anyways, I want to do a quick lap around this island, then we're going to go turn in our quest, and that's what we're going to call it for today. Doesn't look like we have anything up down here on the ground. Let's look around like the tops of trees and on the little temple over here. Don't see anything of interest. Alright. Let's keep going over here. Gonna pass on this phasic dial. I'll take a look at the phasic dial. I'm gonna pass on the music grid for sure, though. Nope. Some other day, buddy. Some other day. We'll take this hidden archway. And then... do we want to walk up to the pearl? Or just jump and fly up there? We can walk. Oh, look. Yeah, definitely. We would have missed this guy, and we don't want to miss these guys. What is the shape we're working with, though? So it looks like we want to get this guy out of here, and then it's pretty straightforward looking. Alright. My character got flung down there while we were doing the puzzle, I guess. Do you want to solve quickly? If you give me like a 5-second solve, I'll take it. But if not, I'm leaving. Well, this is a tendrils puzzle, so I should probably, like, give it a college try. They don't really get... They only get more annoying than this one, so... There we go. Nope, you have exhausted my patience. Goodbye. Goodbye, some other time. Leitmotif I will take, though. Those are easy. Alright. Let's turn in our quest. Let's take the 50 puzzle quest. That's actually a big one. And I will take the luminous variety quest, I guess I'll call that one. Let's see how many points we have. 13,000. I think we're waiting on clothing. We have the 20,000 piece sets to buy there. Do we have all the helmets? Oh, we have one helmet left to buy. Let's buy the last helmet. And then we now have all of the helmets for the male form here. We have all the gloves, right? Yes. Why are these glowing weirdly? Besides being like super ugly. Okay. So we need 80,000 more sparks to finish off the male form, and then however many on the female form, I don't even know. I don't usually play the female form, so... maybe we'll switch to that at some point. I mean, not like it makes a functional difference in gameplay. Anyways, if you've been enjoying the Islands of Insight Hub Puzzle series, be sure to drop it a like, and you can subscribe. Feel free to anytime, feel free to let me know if you have suggestions or ideas for videos, because the content can get it is like a very, very heavy grind of a content, so I understand it needs some variety. So yeah, that's going to cover it for this episode. Hope to see you next time. Hold on, there's a puzzle. Pause the video ending. Connect all dark cells. Light areas have region 4. Okay, so you're dark, and we also have to make a snake. Make a snake. Alright, so it just gave us the end of the snake, one of the ends of the snake. But we have to figure out where the other end of the snake is still. And it looks like it's going to be up here. Anyways, I've done the outro. See ya! Bonus puzzle complete. Hold on, bonus puzzle 2. Yeah, there we go. Bonus puzzle 3. See ya!